love it.
On camera.
Hello.
Track Wrestling here, Los Angeles Beat the Streets Gala with Washington State medalist.
Washington State medalist, thank you.
Slash actor.
Slash actor.
Chris Pratt.
Wrestling medalist first, followed by actor Chris Pratt. How you doing?
Good.
What's up, Track Wrestling?
Well, let's talk about that a little bit. Your high school experience, you wrestled for Brett Barnes up in Washington.
That's right.
What were some of your fondest recollections of that experience?
You know, honestly, the fond recollections are the community that's created in a wrestling program. I'm still very close with Brent. We talk all the time. You know, the friends that I made, I got to be captain of that team, and I was really proud of our team. You know, we had a lot of great champions that came through those halls, and a very well decorated program in the state of Washington. And you know, my memories, I have fond memories of you know, camp, going to wrestling camp. In Idaho and Oregon, you know, going on the road for wrestling tournaments, wrestling in the MAC Classic tournaments, and going to these big. We won the state dual meet championship, and it came down to my match, and I won. And I beat a kid, and it was cool. You know, those are the fond memories. But I look also back fondly on the really tough memories. I think that's probably, to me, that's the thing that really sticks with me. Because I've had fun my whole life. I always have fun no matter what I'm doing. But wrestling was a certain kind of tough that sometimes wasn't fun, and I think that element of it is what makes it great for kids. Is you know, finishing and completing an entire season, you know, going and gutting out a match and winning or losing, and learning how to win or lose with grace, and putting your heart and your soul on the line, and every bit of your technique and your training, and you know, you still get beat. That's the kind of stuff that really, I think, makes you. And so I look back fondly on those moments, even though in the moment they were very difficult. I really encourage any parent to take their kid to a wrestling program, a wrestling practice somewhere. You know, it's good for kids to go through that.
What do you take with you that you still use now?
I think you know, there's a certain grit that you either. I don't know if wrestling creates grit or if wrestling reveals grit, but I know something was revealed in me through wrestling that I take with me now, which is, you know, an attitude of I can do anything. I think I don't feel like there's any challenge I won't walk into and take on. I'm not saying I'm gonna always win or I'm always gonna do great, but I'll put my nose to the grindstone and get after it, trying my best, you know. And I think I don't get too scared. I think I feel like in a combat situation, some guy got really close on me, I'd be able to take him down and throw him on his head in a couple of seconds. That's pretty cool. Not inviting anyone to try. I really don't ever want to fight.
Especially out here, right?
Yeah, not here maybe, but you know, cutting weight. I've gained weight and lost weight for roles in acting that people are like, how do you do that? I'm like, what do you mean, how do you do that? They didn't have that where you grew up? Everyone had to do that. You know, people think I'm lying when I'm like, yeah, I'll go lose about 12 or 15 pounds. How long does that take? And I'm like, I don't know, a day? They're like, you can't lose 12 pounds in a day. I'm like, you can lose 12 pounds in about 2 hours if you get after it, you know. Mostly, but more importantly, I think the thing I take away from wrestling is, or that I've carried with me from wrestling, is a sense of toughness and an idea that if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to actually do it. And that's, you know, there were times when I wanted to quit. It wasn't always easy, and I think that struggle is what can make greatness. And you don't really know your worth unless you're forced to struggle. And wrestling was a real struggle.
How many scraps did you have in the living room with your brother?
Oh my God. Endless. I can't tell you how many coffee tables we broke. We didn't have nice stuff in my house. It was all smashed. He'd have a leg ride on me for like 6 hours. He'd have me in a leg ride tilting me for 6 hours watching Roseanne on TV. We smashed everything in our house. Yeah, by the time I started officially wrestling, which was like maybe 6th grade, I'd already wrestled for a few years because my brother would come home and practice these moves on me and show me. We were always the same size. And even though he's 3 years older than me, we were the same size growing up, so we were great sparring partners and wrestling partners. And yeah, we smashed every bit of furniture in our house. We lived in a duplex one time, and I remember the people downstairs said, "Do you guys just drop bowling balls on the floor?" I'm like, "What? No, we're wrestling."
Awesome. Great stuff. Thank you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.